There's one officer I can't have on video.
This is live.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
It's live now.
Yeah. Mayor, can you give us your impression on this, please?
Extremely happy. I feel like I'm the most protected mayor in the whole world right now, with all these fine men and women in blue who are here today. And basically we're going to do some nice awards, well-deserved awards, because I tell you, they showed a lot of restraint, a lot of responsibility, and a lot of caring on that last Sunday with that incident that we had. So I'm extremely happy to be here, and so is my director, Robert Antelos, and we could only say great things about our great men and women in blue.
How many people were involved?
I'd say overall, on and off, true course, at least 250, including EMS personnel.
Mostly from West New York?
And Bergen County. Bergen County also. We have a mutual aid pact, and Hudson County and Bergen County help each other out whenever a serious situation comes along. So we had more than enough resources here, and we had more willing to come in if we needed them. All right, ladies and gentlemen, before we start, all cell phones on vibrate, please. A special message to the media. There will be no interviews regarding the case or specifics of the case. It's still an ongoing investigation, so please do not ask any police officer about what happened or who the suspect is or what actions were taken at the scene. We're here just to celebrate the great unity of law enforcement that day without losing a human life. So I ask the media, please be respectful and don't put the officers on the spot. All right, I'm Robert Antelos, I'm Police Director of West New York. Felix Roque, Commissioner Sue Calcarcio, Commissioner Cosmo Cirillo, Commissioner Marguerite Guzman, and Commissioner Gabe Rodriguez, and Assemblywoman Angela Jimenez. Thank you, everybody, for coming. First, I'd like to start off of my 40th year in law enforcement, and what was experienced that day, I've never experienced before. The way that law enforcement community came together when somebody needed help was amazing. And because of the teamwork, you would think we all worked together for years. It was just a miracle day, and thank God we didn't lose any lives. Now we're going to start off, basically, Mayor, do you want to say a few words first?
Absolutely. Okay. Thank you. First, let me welcome you to West New York. Bienvenido, West New York. I never felt so protected in my life as today. It's a fantastic group of men and women in blue. I always say I'm extremely proud of each of my police officers, and I can say now that I'm very proud of all the police officers in the county, throughout the towns that are joining West New York. What I saw that day was incredible. As a doctor, I can tell you, it's like, having a bleeder and an aortic aneurysm, and it's bleeding all over the place. And I know Angelica could this day what I'm talking about, but you guys were all calm and showed so much restraint that I was amazed. And at that day, I can tell you that a life was saved because of the way you guys cared about mankind. I really say that because the restraint was awesome. So I'm here just to say thank you and congratulations, because you make me proud, and I say that with from the bottom of my heart, and as a military man myself, 36 years of service, fantastic restraint, great professionalism. I've never seen it like this before, and like Director Antelos said, you work like a big family, and that's something that we're going to be doing in the near future, training and hopefully getting our own SWAT team together and making sure that we take care of our community and we take care of our own. So I wanted to say thank you and keep up the great work. And Bob, you got it. Thank you.
We're going to try to make this as fast as possible. We do have 3 levels of awards we're giving out. First, we're going to start with proclamations. Then we're going to go into commendations, and then we're going to go into letters of appreciation. The first proclamation is going to be for the Hudson County Prosecutor's Office. Can your representative come up? Okay, I'm sorry. Assemblywoman Jimenez. Sorry.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm actually wearing a few hats today. Right now, I'm here on behalf of Sheriff Frank Shalari. Unfortunately, he would have loved to be here, but today is the State of the County address, and that's where he is. So he asked me last night, he goes, Ange, can you say a few words on my behalf? And I said, listen, of course I'll be here. Frank is extremely proud of everything that you did that day on the 5th of February. Thank you, Mayor Roque. He goes to me, Angie. Thank you, Mayor Roque. Thanks, Mayor Roque, because not all the time do our law enforcement, our sheriff's department, get honored like this. I mean, you guys do everything every day, put your lives on the line. The sheriff's department is extremely active in all of our communities here in Hudson County, and he could not be more grateful for what you and the commissioners are doing in recognizing their dedication and their hard work. So on behalf of Frank Scileri, thank you so much. Now, as the Assemblywoman, Dan, I'm so proud of you, and thank you so much. Thank you to all law enforcement in our town, the town of West New York. We have the best SWAT team. Our neighboring towns, North Bergen, you know North Bergen, how much I love you guys. You guys have always had my back, just as West New York has, the town that I grew up in. Our neighboring towns, Gothenburg, Union City, Bergen County. I do represent parts of Bergen County. I could not be more proud as your Assemblywoman. So on my behalf, and also on the behalf of our Senator Sacco and Speaker Prieto, thank you so much for all the hard work and the dedication. Thank you, Mayor, for honoring them as well. And on a personal note, my son was the dispatcher that morning. And, you know, he goes, Mom, don't make a big deal. He hates politics. You never see him at any of my events, but I'm extremely proud of him. And I know someday that he will be, you know, whether he decides to be a police officer, which he took his test, or an attorney, which I think he would be great at, and he knows why. But he will do something good because he is dedicated, as well as everybody else here is. Thank you all so much for doing what you did, keeping us safe.
Thank you.
There's just two more people I'd like to introduce. It's a Special Agent in charge of the FBI, new officer, Agent Gallagher. Homeland Security, FBI and Homeland Security were there quick that day, offered us anything we needed. Thank God we had everything we needed, but if we could ask for the world, they would have got it for us that day. So we're going to start first with the and here we'll read the proclamation.
I'll do it in Spanish. The town of West New York, Hudson County, New Jersey, this is a proclamation, whereas the health and safety of the residents of the town of West New York is of utmost importance, and whereas a major contribution to the health and safety of the residents of the town of West New York is the daily efforts of our police department to assure the public safety of our town, and whereas the brave officers of the West New York Police Department serve our community with honor and professionalism, and whereas on February the 5th, 2017, the town of West New York was subjected to a situation in which a barricaded gunman put our community at grave risk, and whereas the town of West New York Board of Commissioners admires and appreciates the value and professionalism of the West New York Police Department and the various agencies and departments of our other municipalities that assisted during the barricaded gunman incident on February the 5th, 2017, in particular, and of notice, the assistance of teamwork from the Hudson County Prosecutor's Office, and whereas the Hudson County Prosecutor's Office provided swift response and assistance, providing complement assets and support to the West New York Police Department and the town of West New York in spirit of ensuring that our community remains safe. Now, therefore, it is proclaimed that myself, Dr. Felix Roque, and the West New York Board of Commissioners, that the citizens of the town of West New York express their warmest appreciation and gratitude to the Hudson County Prosecutor's Office for their valiant effort, swift response, and support when we needed it the most. Signed by myself and the town clerk, Carmela Ritchie. Congratulations, and thank you so much.
Yes, sure. The next proclamation is going to go to the Hudson County Sheriff's Office and the Hudson County SWAT team representatives. You could all come up, whoever.
The town of West New York, whereas the health and safety of the residents of the town of West New York is of utmost importance, and whereas a major contribution to the health and safety of the residents of the town of West New York is the daily effort of our police department to assure the public safety of our town. Whereas the brave officers of West New York Police Department serve our community in honor and professionalism. And whereas on February 5th, 2017, the town of West New York was subject to a situation in which a barricaded gunman put our community at grave risk. And whereas the town of West New York Board of Commissioners admires and appreciates the valor and professionalism of the West New York Police Department and various agencies and departments of our municipalities that assisted during the barricaded gunman incident on February 5th, 2017. In particular, and of note, is the assistance and teamwork of the Hudson County Sheriff's Office. And whereas the County Sheriff's Office provided swift response and assistance, providing complement, assets, and support to the town of West New York's Police Department and to the town of West New York in spirit of ensuring that our community remains safe. Now, therefore, it is proclaimed by Mayor Felix Roque, the West New York Board of Commissioners, and the citizens of the town of West New York, especially myself, express their warmest appreciation and gratitude to the Hudson County Sheriff's Office for their valiant efforts, swift response, and support when it was needed the most. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, gentlemen.
Okay, now we're going to have to ask the North Bergen Police Department representatives to come up. We're going to try to cut the proclamation. Now we're going to get... Sorry, North Bergen, it's not you guys.
Whereas the town of West New York Board of Commissioners admires and appreciates the valor and professionalism of the West New York Police Department and the various agencies and departments of other municipalities that assisted during the barricaded gunman incident of February 5th, 2017. In particular of note is the assistance and teamwork from the North Bergen Police Department. Whereas the North Bergen Police Department provided swift response and assistance, providing complement, assets, and support to the West New York Police Department and to the town of West New York in spirit of assuring that our community remains safe. Now, therefore, it is proclaimed by Mayor Felix Roque and the Board of Commissioners that the citizens of the town of West New York express its warmest appreciation and gratitude to the North Bergen Police Department for their valiant efforts, swift response, and support when we needed it most. Thank you.
Next proclamation is going to be for the Bergen County Regional Special Weapons and Tactics SWAT Team. Please come forward, who's accepted. All he is, whoever. Commissioner Calcurcio will streamline that proclamation.
By the way, I like my shirts.
Hey guys, thanks for wearing those shirts. The mayor said can get us some. One representative come up.
No, long
Whereas the town of West New York Board of Commissioners admires and appreciates the valor and professionalism of the West New York Police Department. And the various agencies and departments of the other municipalities that assisted during the barricaded gunman incident February the 5th. In particular of note is the assistance provided by the Bergen County Regional Special Weapons and Tactics. Whereas Bergen County Regional Special Weapons and Tactics Team provided swift response and assistance, providing complement, assets, and support to the West New York Police Department and to the town of West New York, in the spirit of ensuring that our community remains safe. Now, therefore, it is proclaimed by Mayor Felix Roque and the West New York Board of Commissioners that the citizens of this town of West New York express their deepest appreciation and gratitude to the Bergen County Regional SWAT for their valiant efforts, swift response, and the support that we needed. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, the next award's going to the West New York Special Weapons and Tactics SWAT Team, front and center.
I'm gonna make this brief, okay?
You guys got room here.
Whereas the West New York Police Department Special Weapons and Tactics Team provided swift response and assistance, providing complements, assets, and support to the overall West New York Police Department and to the town of West New York in spirit of ensuring that our community remains safe. Now therefore, it's proclaimed by myself and the Board of Commissioners that the citizens of the town of West New York express their warmest appreciation and gratitude to the West New York Police Department Special Weapons and Tactics Team for their valiant efforts, response, and support when we needed it the most. Congratulations. You guys are phenomenal. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And lunch is on the record.
Don't worry, I got the base credit card. Okay, the last proclamation we're going to present is a proclamation to the entire West New York Police Department. And I'm going to ask Commissioner Rodriguez to present it to the Mayor and Police Commissioner of West New York on behalf of the West New York Police Department.
If I may just take a moment, you know, the mayor's being very humble about the situation, but truth is, we have to thank the mayor. He was instrumental on that day, and you guys know that better than we do. And I just want to personally thank him for taking the lead and talking to this gentleman, not only worrying about the health and safety of our residents, but also the health and safety of him, if the gentleman involved. And so I just want to thank him, and I think he deserves that.
The reality, guys, we all played some part. I played a minimal part, but overall, I tell you, you guys are incredible. I never seen better men in blue working together. And again, you saved a lot of lives, and what a restraint. I keep saying that, but I was shocked. You guys did the job. FBI, Homeland Security, all the police are in this room. I mean, phenomenal. I didn't do anything. You guys did. Thank you.
And it reads, whereas the health and safety of the residents of the town of West New York is of utmost importance, and whereas a major contribution to the health and safety of the residents of the town of West New York is the daily efforts of our police department to assure the public safety of our town. As you guys know the rest, but Mayor, well done.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, now we're going to move into the certificates of commendations. And we're going to start first with the negotiation team. I'd like to call up Sergeant Gidget Petrie. It's Amanda, Bergen County Sheriff's Office. Detective Santos Benitez, North Bergen Police Department. Lieutenant Joseph Cacciaferro, West New York Police Department. He's also receiving an award, but not here because he's on vacation. Lucky guy is Lieutenant Marcus Garcia. He's going to streamline the reading of the narrative, and basically the officers are being commended for their actions on February 5th, 2017, responding to an incident involving a barricaded gunman at 608 57th Street. The actor led a vehicle pursuit and fired shots at police officers before barricading himself at the location. The actions of these officers are in line with the higher standards of conduct of a police officer and represent the ultimate level of dedication exemplified by police officers day in and day out as they serve and protect the residents of the town of West New York. The valiant efforts in negotiating with the barricaded suspect ensured the safety and neighborhood and our community at large. Lieutenant Cacciavero? Thank you. Detective Benito?
Thank you.
Detective David Solenda? And last but not least, Sergeant Petrie.
Guys, these are the real heroes, and I mean that. They were there. Thank you.
The next award, we give it to Lieutenant Jackson Perez, please, front and center. The actions of Lieutenant Jackson Perez are in line with the highest standards of conduct of a police officer and represent the ultimate level of dedication exemplified by police officers day in and day out as they serve and protect the residents of the town of West New York. The valiant efforts of Lieutenant Jackson Perez on the scene by setting up an immediate command post and coordinating arrival of support units and designating their assignment ensured the safety and neighborhood of our community at large. Jackson, thank you. Now we're going to present the next certificate of commendation to the West New York Sergeant still on the scene, Sergeant Kareem Shabazz. The actions of the officers are in line with the highest standards of conduct of a police officer and represent the ultimate level of dedication exemplified by police officers day in and day out and serve and protect the residents of the town of West New York. The valiant efforts of these sergeants on scene ensured the safety of the neighborhood and our community at large. These officers were responsible in maintaining the perimeter and keeping the neighborhood safe until support units could arrive. Sergeant Shabazz. Would you accept for Sergeant Rivera? Okay, now I'm just going to read one in general because there's multiple officers getting the same award, and then I'll call each officer up one at a time to accept it. The actions of these police officers are in line with the highest standards of conduct of a police officer and represent the ultimate level of dedication exemplified by police officers day in and day out as they serve and protect the town of West New York. The valiant effort of these officers on the scene ensured the safety of the perimeter and ensured the neighbors still in their houses that there would be no harm to them. They assisted our community in a great safety measure that night by their quick actions at the scene. I'm going to call up officers one at a time. Officer Murillo. Officer Jara. Officer Cerezo. Officer Michael Velasquez. Officer Porras. Officer Salgado. Detective Alan Gallo.
That wasn't me.
Detective Alan Gallo here. Sergeant Miskovich, can you help me accept for him? Sergeant Miskovich will accept the award for Sergeant Alan. Okay, the next award is for communications coordination. And I'd like to call up Police Officer Alexander Nunez.
See the dispatcher? Hey, let's go right. Nice to see you.
Before I get into the reading of this award, these guys were going crazy in headquarters because the phones were ringing, the radio was going, the lieutenant was on the phone with somebody, he was tied up. So these guys did a great job in coordinating units to go to the scene and still keeping units in service to answer calls. And you got all these phone lines ringing at once and the radio going. It could be a little stressful in the radio room, I know that. Officer Nunez, you're in line with the highest standards of conduct of a police officer and represent the ultimate level of dedication exemplified by police officers day in and day out. The valiant efforts of Officer Nunez for assisting at headquarters with radio communications and outside coordination and contacts ensured the safety of the neighborhood and our community at large. And now presenting will be his mom.
The actions of Operator Adrian Solares are in line with the highest standards of conduct of a police officer and represent the ultimate level of dedication exemplified by police officers day in and day out. As they serve and protect the residents of the town of West New York, the valiant efforts of Operator Adrian Solares for assisting at headquarters with radio communications and aside agency contacts, which assured the safety of the neighborhood and our community at large. Thank you, Father.
There is one guy I kind of forgot on purpose because I wanted to see him sweat over there. For his actions at the perimeter of the scene, Officer David Costa. The actions of Officer Acosta are in line with the highest standards of conduct of a police officer and represent the ultimate level of dedication exemplified by police officers day in and day out as they serve and protect the residents of the town of West New York. The valiant efforts of Officer David Acosta on the scene, securing the perimeter, ensured the safety of the neighborhood and our community at large. All right, the last round. We're now going to do letters of appreciation, and we'll go through the reading cycle again. And the Union City Police Department representatives, please come forward.
Okay. As you know, during the early morning hours of February 5th, officers from North Bergen Police Department pursued an armed suspect at the 600 block of the 57th Street in West New York, New Jersey. The active members of the police department exchanged gunfire at this location. The actor then proceeded to barricade himself for 13 hours during an intense standoff with police. One of the most dangerous things a police officer can do is enter a house or building that contains a barricaded subject. Due to unknown variables and possible scenarios, situations like these are difficult to manage and control. Dangers can only be mitigated or reduced by sound tactics and solid teamwork. Your role and assistance with this situation helped the standoff come to a peaceful conclusion. Without your swift and professional help, the mission would have surely concluded in a disastrous outcome. Please know that you can always count on my office and the resources of the town of West New York should you ever need them. In these critical times of uncertainty, the trust we share in your friendship and support is of utmost importance in our mission of ensuring that the residents of the town of West New York and all municipalities in our region live in a safe and vibrant environment. Thank you, Felix E, Roque, Mayor.
The next Police Department, Weehawken Police Department representatives, please.
line.
One of the most dangerous things a police officer can do is enter a house or a building that contains barricaded subjects. Due to unknown variables and possible scenarios, situations like these are difficult to manage and control. Please know that you can always count on my office, Mayor Felix Roque, and on the resources of the town of West New York should you ever need them. In these critical times of uncertainty, the trust that we share in your friendship and support is of utmost importance in our mission of ensuring that the residents of the town of West New York and all the municipalities in our region live in a safe and vibrant community.
Next police department, Guttenberg Police Department. Representatives from Guttenberg.
Directed to the Guttenberg Police Department, one of the most dangerous things a police officer can do is enter a house or building that contains a barricaded subject. Due to unknown variables and possible scenarios, situations like these are difficult to manage and control. Dangers can only be mitigated or reduced by sound tactics and solid teamwork. Your role and assistance with the situation help the standoff come to a peaceful conclusion. Without your swift and professional help, this mission would have surely concluded in a disastrous outcome. Please know that you can always count on the office of Mayor Felix Roque and on the resources of the town of West New York should you ever need them. In these critical times of uncertainty, the trust we share in your friendship and support is of utmost importance in our mission of ensuring that the residents of the town of West New York and all municipalities in our region live in a safe and vibrant environment. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Your next award will be given to the FBI, and here is Special Agent in charge of the Newark office, Special Agent Timothy Gallagher. One of the most dangerous things a police officer can do is enter a house or building that contains a barricaded subject. Due to unknown variables and possible scenarios, situations like these are difficult to manage and control. Dangers can only be mitigated or reduced by sound tactics and solid teamwork. Your role and assistance with this situation helped the standoff come to a peaceful conclusion. Without your swift and professional help, this mission would have surely concluded in a disastrous outcome. Please note you can always count on my office and the resources of the town of West New York should you ever need them. In these critical times of uncertainty, we trust we share in your friendship and support is the utmost importance in our mission of ensuring that the residents of the town of West New York and all municipalities in our region live in a safe and vibrant environment. Thank you. And trust me, when he got on the scene, he said, whatever you need, I'll get it for you. Okay. The next is going to be for the United States Department of Homeland Security.
And again, one of the most dangerous things a police officer can do is enter a house or a building that contains a barricaded subject, and we've seen that over there. Due to the unknown variables and possible scenarios, situations like this are difficult to manage and control. Dangers can only be mitigated or reduced by sound tactics and solid teamwork. Your role and assistance with the situation helped the standoff come to a peaceful conclusion. Without your swift and professional help, the mission would have been surely concluded in a disastrous outcome. Please know that you can always count on my office and on the resources of the West New York should you ever need them. In these critical times of uncertainty, the trust we share in your friendship and support is of most importance in our mission and ensuring that the residents of the town of West New York and all municipalities in our region live in a safe and vibrant environment. I wanted to say thank you from the bottom of my heart.
And again, Sergeant Soto from Homeland Security, he was there with the director of the FBI, and he said too, whatever resources, whatever you need, it's a phone call away, and thank you for that support. Thank you. Next award is going to be for the North Hudson Fire Department. I'm a little prejudiced now for finding and again, our biggest fear that day was this guy maybe setting the house on fire and these poor guys would have had to go in.
expense of reading it over, I just want to personally thank Hudson Regional and their tireless efforts. Yesterday we were hosting an event in our high school on fire prevention and fire awareness. And the collaboration that they have with our administration and the police department is outstanding. So this letter is in the name of that.
I'm going to ask all the EMS units to come up as I announce them, and we'll do them all at once. West New York EMS. Union City EMS. Hoboken Volunteer Ambulance Corps. Bergen EMS. I don't believe they're here. Hoboken Volunteer First Aid Squad. We did invite Jersey City Medical Center Advanced Life Support paramedics, but they couldn't make it apparently. They're doing a lot of high volume calls right now, so they couldn't make it. Am I correct, Billy? Yes. Okay. Just going to be general. You want to read EMS?
Do I really have to read this? You guys, I see you on Monday nights when I'm at the hospital, from all the towns, whether it be West New York. I work in healthcare also. So on Monday nights, I see Union City, West New York. I kind of lose track. You guys do a phenomenal job. Thank you for doing what you did. That on the 5th, it was incredible. I'm a little, Billy Bringa, your uncle is my new chief of staff. So I'm very proud of you, and I'm proud of what you do, and all the other EMS workers here. Thank you so much for everything that you do.
Union City.
And this is for Union City's ditto. Is Hoboken here? Yes. Yes. Hoboken. Hoboken EMS? No? Weehawken.
The town of North Bergen EMS?
North Bergen EMS? No, you'll take it first. Thank you.
Weehawken EMS?
Weehawken EMS. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you so much.
And last award, we saved the best for last, Louis Canal. West New York Officer of Emergency Management, Louis Canal. I'm going to go off script here because Louis Canal is known as the man with 1,000 hats here. Yeah. He's out there all the time. We need emergency lighting. Louis has it. We have a flood. Louis is fixing the pipes. We have an electrical problem. Louis is fixing it. Louis, you do a great job. We really appreciate what you do. And I don't want to go into this verbiage because I think each should give Louis a word.
Louis, all I can say, you're a multifaceted individual. You do everything, including surgery, by the way.
I don't know about
You're the
that.
best. We love you. Thank you.
Born and bred West New York.
All right, in closing, before I turn it over to the mayor for closing statement, I do want to reiterate we have a town meeting after this, so once it concludes, any picture ops, if you can get them in the hall, because we need to clear the room for the town meeting. But again, as somebody who's been in law enforcement a long time, I've walked in your footsteps, and I really appreciate and can respect the job the men and women in blue do. I'm going to turn it over to the mayor for closing statement.
Thank you. Well, like I say, what Bob said, thank you so much. I'm humbled to be here, and we were talking about EMS. I remember my mom multiple times having to go to the hospital in Union City. EMS picked her up, West New York EMS, North Bergen, and they saved my mom a couple of times. So each of the jobs that you guys do is very important to us, and that's what we're all about, taking care of our community, and you guys do the best for that. So again, thank you. Very, very thankful to you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Mayor, if there's somebody we forgot, please let me know, because this was a vast thing to put together at a short notice. So if somebody was forgotten, I apologize, and please let me know, and we will get it to you.
And before you go, we wanted to say a couple of quick words of our police director, Angelos, but some other person you got first.
So, first and foremost, I personally wanted to say thank you. We were at the scene that day, and it's really interesting is that, you know, what really counts, every day we see you, but when we needed you, we really saw who you are. And it really gave us a sense of belonging, and it gave us a sense of community, and it gave us a sense that we're not in this alone. And that night when I went home, it was really important to see Weehawken, North Bergen, Union City, my hometown, and West New York all come together as one family. And Bergen County, they were outstanding. But all of that, having said, besides having one of the greatest mayors that a community could ever want, we have one of the greatest police directors, who is on call 24/7. Director Angelos, thank you.
He's going to get a raise after this. We're happy. We're very happy.
Then I guess I gotta buy one. Again, everybody, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Stay safe.
Good night.
How are you?
Thank you, sir. Thank you for everything. Whenever you need it.